Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalj'aa to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalj'aa responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Ungust attend as planned. As the Amalj'aa are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, K'nekotein. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Through this first mission, you will come to understand the nature of our struggle with the primals. The realm may appear well on its way to recovery, but reality paints a far bleaker picture. The truth is out there, K'nekotein, and I would have you discover it for yourself.
Let the rogue Aiden carry it, they say. Bah.
Ah, you're K'nekotein Khpein of the Scions. My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalj'aa and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The lizardmen aren't aware that their man, Ungust, has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, and so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalj'aa plot if the mission succeeds, K'nekotein. Let's make sure it does. Is the bait in place?
Our man is in position, sir.
Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalj'aa appear.
Yes, sir. What is the meaning of this? Wait. Something's amiss.
Hee. Ha 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 ha. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the Immortal Flames' clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? It was almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Gahahaha. Your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Hee. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. Put up your weapon, or your comrade's a dead man.
Behind you.
Bring her. The rest of you, march.
Traitorous scum.
The lizardmen marched us to their stronghold. They are preparing for something, and I for one do not want to be around when they finish. They are going to kill us, aren't they? Gods, I don't want to die. I want to go home.
I fear the Amalj'aa mean to give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death, with steel in hand.
Listen well. These waters feed into the marshes of dry bone. A short swim will see us to freedom. However, if all of us attempt to flee, we are like to be discovered. You alone must sneak out and assemble a rescue party. Once you have one free, seek out our comrade stationed at Dry Bone. He will show you the way back here. May the 12 speed your way.
Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery.
Almighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you. Grace us with your divine presence. Almighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your Godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame, and mark them as your own.
Bloody hells.
Bring those two as well.
What's going on? This ain't what we agreed.
None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit.
No. Spare me, I beg you.
Pitiful children of men. By my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. Almighty Ifrit,
My one true God.
Your words are my bread.
Impossible. By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another. Yes, that is the only explanation.
Forsooth, thy frail mortal frame can serve as vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxed clear, thou art of the godless blessed's number. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. My flames shall consume thy flesh and soul both. Inferno. Surrender thyself to the fires of judgment. Thy soul shall burn for eternity. Thou art strong, immortal. Yahweh. Blessing of light defies me.
Pray forgive my lateness. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalj'aa zealots. I swear, each seemed more evangelical than the last. Hunt. Persistent lot. Few. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives. No less than I'd expect from the Flame General's handpicked men. As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, K'nekotein. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drago, shall we see?
This way, sir.
So that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Uldaran interference into account.
You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the VIth Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely upon.
Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change.
We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn.
Not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans?
Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you.
With allies like that. Beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior.
There you are, K'nekotein. Come, rest a while, you will have no better opportunity. After witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, the Amalj'aa will be less inclined to risk our wrath, for a time, at least. Now, where were we? Yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use, to you or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. For once a man is tempered. But it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand, no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, K'nekotein. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax, and return to the waking sands when you are good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves.
I hope you like Reborn. Only if I can have the eyes.
K'nekotein. How goes it? All's well here. At least on the bookkeeping front, anyway.
Our organization, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, was formed through the union of two separate entities. The first was comprised of Sharlayan natives such as myself, and was called the Circle of Knowing. The second, made up of individuals that share your rare gift, was known as the Path of the 12. The terrible events that ushered in the Seventh Umbral Era taught us that only together may we stand against the evil that seeks to consume us.
Don't mind me, lass. I'm just here to deliver a shipment. Now, where shall I tell them to put it?
Why don't any o' these blokes know who I am? I swear I was one o' Scions o' the Seventh Dawn. Only we didn't have such a fancy name back then, and the headquarters was in a far more convenient location. At least, I think it was. Or is me mind playing tricks on me? Gods, what's wrong with me? Why can't I remember it more clearly?
They say that those of us who have seen the dream are chosen, that we have within us the seed of greatness. That we could be heroes. Even me, an Alarmigan half-breed, cast out when his mother could no longer stand the sight of him. A half-breed who once took to banditry just to eat. I'm sure I'm just brimming with heroic potential.
The robberies and disappearances. The Amalj'aa are the most likely culprit, wouldn't you agree? Then again, this is Tunlan, one cannot discount the possibility that moneyed interests are involved.
Hey, so this boy has Garlean blood in him. Can't say I'm surprised. Everyone knows what happens when a city is sacked, even if the bards choose to omit that part. But our involved shouldn't be pitied. Boys like him have a clean slate, an opportunity to write their own story, free of the ties that bind the common man.
7 waning moons see 7 suns rise, divine order roils, fallen corpses writhe. Thus the divine chronicles seek to warn us once more. The meaning of these words now shines clear, they evoke the dire circumstance of this imperiled age. The realm doth shudder and twist, and the dawn lieth cowering 'neath a stifling blanket of night. And we abide. We await the coming of the unborn era's seed, the light which shall pierce the glowering darkness.
While there are others who possess the echo, none are near as strong as you with the power. Hence our extremely high expectations of you.
This place is called the Waking Suns, and it's our headquarters. It used to be somewhere else, you know, but then a bunch of things happened, and we ended up here instead.
Ah, the triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you.
My late arrival nearly cost K'nekotein her life. I wasn't there when the Amalj'aa took her prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served her to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle, she survived, but that does not excuse the fact that she should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed her utterly. Just as I'm failing you all.
What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every K'nekotein. It is so good to see you again.
Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits.
Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us.
The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear. And now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Amalj'aa undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal, Ifrit.
Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsa and Gridonia of late.
I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here. And the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life, and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether, crystals.
It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal.
Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether.
However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes.
But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected.
Yet even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why.
The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding.
While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The Immortal Flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, K'nekotein. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself.
Whether she intended to or no, Minfilia neglected to tell you something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I am sorry to report that all are to be put to death, the flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse, but once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we Scions continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, K'nekotein. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Louisoir would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger.